Mendeley, right? So as till now, what we have learned is how to plan your research, and then how to use Science Direct to search the most trusted wide range of interdisciplinary content. But there is one aspect of publishing that still is a major challenge for a lot of people, which is managing references, creating citations, and creating bibliographies, right? So there are a lot of reference managers that are available, and one of the free tools, a lot of you have been asking what is free from Elsevier. Mendeley is free from Elsevier, and it's a free tool that can be used by anyone, anytime, and all the features of Mendeley are free to use. You can download Mendeley straight away and start using, right? Okay, so as I said, the researchers, they actually go through a lot of stages, in their entire research career, and they have to manage so many things, secure funding, evaluate research articles, stay up to date, collaborate, organize your writing, showcasing your work, so many things that researchers need to take care of. And finally, when they go through all these stages and they finally write their research article, then they are faced with challenges like, which citation style should I use? How do I write my bibliography manually? How do I resubmit to a journal that uses a different citation style? Does that mean that I have to write all the citations again manually, change the numbering, change the format? So these are all the questions that really affect researchers, and one solution for that is Mendeley. Now, Mendeley is not only a reference manager. Reference management is just one part of Mendeley. Mendeley is also an academic social networking platform. Mendeley also helps you organizing your research. That means it's a document organizer. It helps you discover the latest research, helps you find funding opportunities. It's also an academic career portal. So Mendeley is an all-in-one tool, and that can help you a lot, right? So the basic steps of using Mendeley is to go to www.mendeley.com, create a free account for yourself, download the MS Word plugin and web importer. Okay. So in my next slides, I will show you how to exactly go about it. So you go to www.mendeley.com, you reach this page, you click on create a free account, right? Once you click on this button, it takes you to this page where you enter your email ID. So we usually say that use your institutional ID, because that gives a particular identity to the user as well. But the email ID is only used as a username. So it doesn't matter which email ID you use. You can also use a personal email ID, a Gmail or Hotmail ID as you wish. Then the next page, it will ask for your name, family name, create password, and then you just register. Now, one very interesting thing is that all Elsevier tools or platforms use the same ID and password. If you have previously created an account in Science Direct or Scopus, no need to create a new account on Mendeley. You can simply go to sign in and enter your Scopus or Science Direct ID and password, and it will take that and all your accounts will be linked, right? Also, having an account does not guarantee you access to Scopus and Science Direct. So you may create an account on Mendeley and use the same ID and password on Scopus and Science Direct. That only logs you in, but does not ensure that you have access to the content, right? Access is only provided when your institution subscribes to it, and it is provided through your institute through IP or remote access. Okay, so once you are set, then you need to know that there are two versions of Mendeley. One is the web version where you go online and play with the tabs that are there on Mendeley. The second is a Mendeley software, which can be downloaded on your systems. And this software is a unique software because it works offline. You do not need internet connection. Once you have downloaded the software, you have uploaded all your files and details. It does not need internet to create citations and make your bibliography. We will see a demo of that also. So how can you download the app? So you go on this page, the home page, where you see this download tab. You click on this download tab. Once you have downloaded the app, you see a shortcut on your screen which looks like this. And clicking on this icon will open uh, the, uh, the software for you, right? Now, once you are on the software, you will not be able to see all these articles because you probably have not added them, right? So you can see it on my screen because I have added it. Now, once you are on this page, to add documents to this page, you just need to drag and drop. So any article on your desktop, you can simply drag and drop and Mendeley will accept it. Or there is a folder that contains as many documents as possible. Just drag and drop the folder. All the articles will be copied on the Mendeley platform. If you are using any other reference manager like EndNote or Zotero or Papers or any platform, there is a YouTube video available where it shows you how to copy your entire library in 1 or 2 steps directly from those platforms to Mendeley. All you need to do is download your entire content in an XML file, and then drag and drop the XML file on Mendeley, and all your entire library from the different platform will be copied on Mendeley. We will share instructions on that also. And you can also use these icons, the file and add file options, to add documents and folders to Mendeley. Now, to create citations and bibliography, you need to install 2 add-ins from Mendeley, and where you can find them under tools. So when you go to tools, under tools, there is install web importer and install MS Word plugin. And you need to install both these add-ins. It takes hardly a few seconds to install both of them. Now, once you are done with the entire, working around with the software, the downloading and everything, then we go to the live platform. So now I'm going to stop sharing my PPT and I will take you to the live platform. Tessin, if you can just confirm me if you can see my live platform.
Yeah, I can, Vishal.
So this is the Mendeley homepage. Once you have logged into Mendeley, the homepage will look something like this, right? And right now, this is the landing page of Mendeley where you can actually search research data on Mendeley. And these are all open access. All these data points on Mendeley that are available are research data from published peer-reviewed content, right? So there are more than 100 million cross-publisher articles that are available on Mendeley for you to directly save to your Mendeley account, to download, to read. All of them have DOIs, so they can be cited, in your research articles as well. All you need to do is type a few keywords here and then search from articles, people, or group, and you can easily search all the articles here, right? Next, you can see feed here on top. So feed is the general page that you see on a social networking platform. Let's say you are on LinkedIn or Facebook. So in the morning, when you open your LinkedIn or Facebook, you see all the updates from people that are connected to you, or you are friends or following that person. Similarly, you will see all these updates right here, right? So you see all the updates. You can even post your own update. So Mendeley is a very good platform to spread information about your research. So you can always post a link of your article here on Mendeley, and whoever is following you can actually get that link and visit your article. So why is it important? Because you need to ensure that your article is discoverable. Because if your article is discoverable, there are more chances of you to get cited, right? It will reach out to a maximum audience. So that you can do on Mendeley as well. It's a social networking platform, right? Then you see a tab which is library. So this library tab is actually a replica of your software. Whatever documents you add on the software is replicated on the website. Why? Because all data on Mendeley is saved on a cloud. The cloud has a space of 2 GB, and all these articles that you can see right now on my screen, they are all on my software and they have been replicated here on this particular page, right? So this is how you can see the library page of Mendeley, right? Then there is a next page which is uh, groups or suggest, sorry, suggest. So suggest is Mendeley can actually read which of documents you have saved on Mendeley. If you are using the same ID and password for Scopus and Science Direct, Mendeley can also read what you are searching on Science Direct and what you are analyzing on Scopus. Based on all this, using AI, the system can suggest you relevant research articles that you can read, download from Mendeley itself directly. And again, a lot of people have given us this feedback that the suggest tab really helped them find out articles that they probably had missed. So do visit this platform as well and this particular tab as well. Then there is a unique feature on Mendeley which is called groups. So if you go to groups, you can actually create groups for yourself. So you can create a new group or you can join already existing groups that are available. It could be an open access group. It could be a group sharing information about a particular topic. Let's say there is a group called Future of Science. You can also search groups by names, right? So let's say there is a particular group which has your particular topic as a name, right? Let's say you're working on cancer. So you type cancer and you see there are so many groups related to cancer. You can join any of the groups, share research, share your thoughts, take feedback from other people. Other people can actually, you can talk to close to 9 people that have access to Mendeley and are registered on Mendeley, and the options are limitless. So you can find a lot of collaborators here. You can find a lot of useful insights here. You can share your research. You can also make private groups. So even in your own institute, right now, we are all working in silos. We are all working from home. We are not in the lab together. So you can create a group on Mendeley, right? Specific people. Each one of you can make up to 5 groups. Each group can have up to 25 people, right? So in that group, the main advantage is that you can share full text research articles, right? So if you share anything in a group on Mendeley, in an open group, only the abstract of that article will be shared or the link of the article will be shared. When you share something in a private group, you can share the full text, the full PDF. And the PDF can be annotated, can be highlighted. You can do as many customization as possible and then work on the same paper at the same time. I will show you a demo of that also. Data sets is something that I showed you in the beginning, that you can search research data on Mendeley. Then you have careers. So careers port tool is like a job search tool, and it is an academic job search tool. So you can search jobs by location, by designation, by distance, etc. Right? And most of the major employers, I can tell you, they post their job offerings on Mendeley, and a lot of people have found jobs through Mendeley. So do visit this platform at your own convenience as well. And then there is a unique tab here which says funding. This is something which is really interesting and is really going to help you a lot. So let me ask you a question. If you are looking for funding opportunities for your particular topic, where do you actually search them? So you probably go to HEC website, or you go to other funding agencies that are there existing in your country, and you try to find out funding opportunities. My question is, how many funding agencies do you know that are active in Pakistan, right? So that is a big question. So there is a tab here which says browse funders. You can simply go here, right? And this will give you a list of all the funding agencies that are currently active. So on the right hand side, left hand side, there is by funder country, you can filter. And let's say I click on Pakistan and I see one major funding agency here, which is HEC Pakistan, right? Similarly, you can go on, and there is one current opportunity that is being shown here on the HEC website. So you can go here and you can find out which opportunity it is, innovative and collaborative research grant. This is the amount, and you can actually open this. So it says the deadline for applying has already passed, right? So similarly, if there are more and more opportunities that come up, you will find those opportunities here. Let's say you are interested in finding opportunities related to a particular subject area. Then what do you do? So you can actually search by clicking here, view all research areas. and then you can choose a subject area of your interest. Let's say I go to social sciences. Under social sciences, there are so many different options. So let's say I am interested in health, which is related to social sciences, right? Or I can go to library and information sciences, right? So there are a lot of options available here that you can choose from. And once you click here, it will list out those particular funding opportunities for you. And then again, on the left hand side, you will see a lot of options that are available. Country of citizenship. So you can use your country's name here to filter out opportunities for your particular country. Funding type, and the most important is applicant type, because some of these funding will be appropriate for a particular section of the research community. So let's say some of them are only for women, some of them are only for undergraduate students, or some of them are where early career and new faculty can only apply. So this is how you can actually use these filters, narrow down, and then you see there are the funding name is mentioned here. The most of the time you will see the amounts also mentioned. Let me find that, like this library fellowship. This is from the Society of Cincinnati. Amount is 1500 USD. This is research and publications type. And then 15 days are left to apply for this particular funding. And if you wish to know more, you can open this funding, you can go into the details, and you can find more opportunities related to this particular funding, right? More information like the contact details. This is something which is, precious, invaluable. Sometimes you do not find who to contact in a funding scenario. This is the person to contact, the email ID, everything is mentioned. If you wish to go to the original announcement, you can go to the full announcement here and get more details on this particular funding. Right? So this is how you can explore the full web version of this particular platform. Now let me take you to the software. So the software, you can see this icon here down below on my screen. When I open, the software opens up like this. Now you might be thinking that there are so many articles here. So I have actually saved these articles on Mendeley, right? And you remember how drag and drop and using the file, add files option, or directly adding files from this particular folder, right? So you can use all these options to add files to your Mendeley profile. Once you have added, you click on this sync button, and when you sync, these are synced to your cloud, and through the cloud you can also see it on your Mendeley web page, which is like a Google Drive now, right? So you have the web versions of your articles, and you can save them, download articles anytime from that particular Mendeley web page, even if you're not carrying your desktop, laptop, or system with you, right? Now, on the left-hand side, you see there are so many folders. You can always create a folder from here and then assign your documents to those particular folders, right? So some articles may be relevant for project 1, some may be relevant for project 10. Similarly, some may be dedicated to cancer. So any type of folder you want to make, you just create a folder accordingly. Now you can see there are different types of icons available here, and what do they mean? So if you see this icon, this red icon, it means the PDF is being downloaded and it is available. So I have downloaded the full PDF and it is available. If you see nothing here, it means I have only downloaded the reference style. I have not copied I have not downloaded the PDF. And if you see a download icon like this, it means the download link is available. If I click here, it will download the file for me, right? Sometimes people do not directly download the files because they want to save on space. So you can do that, if you need the article, you can download the PDF. If not, you can only save the reference and save the PDF on your desktop, so it can save some space. But Mendeley has a space of 2 GB, which is huge. A lot of space is available on Mendeley, right? Now, let me open an article for you and show you how this article actually looks like. So when I open an article on Mendeley, it looks like similar to how it will look like when you open it in a publisher's website. But on the right hand side, you see all the details about this particular article is mentioned. This is called metadata. Using this, Mendeley can actually create citations and bibliography. Now, This is available, completely available. Just, you know, when you click on a icon, this data is automatically captured. Sometimes you will see that the data is not complete or it is incorrect. You can always manually edit this data and edit it as per your convenience. You can do that. Once this is done, you can also see that on this page there are several highlights and that have been done. How can you do this? So on the top there are tools available. So let's say I click on highlight here. I can highlight this particular portion, right? And then I can click on note and I put a note here. Let's say I say, Tehseen, I need some clarification, right? And I save it. Now this note and this highlight will remain like this. So imagine there is a PI and there is a student, and the student has written a particular article and he or she wants to share the same with the PI, the in principal investigator, and take his feedback. So he or she can simply send this PDF online, and the person can actually particularly highlight the particular portions and ask for clarifications, right? Now this remains saved like this. Now when I open, once you have saved this, you can actually drag and drop it to the folders that are available here. So these are all the groups. Remember, we created groups on the web page. All these groups are mentioned here. So you can simply drag and drop this article onto the group that you want to share. Once this is shared, each member of the group will receive a notification. When they go to that notification, they can click and this article will open up on their Mendeley like this. Now, when I open this article, I see there are so many highlights and notes. Where do I find the one which is most relevant to me, which has been assigned to me? On the right hand side, there is a tab just beside details which says notes. So you can click here and then search the notes from here. So this is the note that I wrote, Tehseen, I need clarification. I click here, it directly takes me to this page, right? And now I can click on note here. I can choose a different color and then I can click on note here and I can put my notes on top of this and then it remains saved like this. I can share it back to the group. So this gives a sort of a, it collates the data and the person can then see where he wrote his note and where the other person replied to it on the same page. So this is how Mendeley can enable remote working together in form of groups on Mendeley, right? Now, we are going to the last part of Mendeley, which is how to create citations and manage bibliographies. So remember, I told you we need to install 2 add-ins. So the add-ins are available under tools. You can go to install web importer and install MS Word plugin, right? So once you do that, how do they look like? So if I go to a web page, the Mendeley plugin, the web importer looks like this. So how does this actually help you? So let's say if I go to Science Direct, the Elsevier's page. So I'm just showing you an example of Science Direct, but this works on any page, even Google Scholar, IEEE, Springer, Wiley, anywhere you are. So let's say I click on a keyword and I search on Science Direct, and then I see so many research articles that have been given to me as search. Now from this particular search, I want to copy a few articles directly to Mendeley. How can I do this? So what I will do, I will click on this icon and this icon will open a side window and it will list out all the articles that are present on this page. Now, very interesting. Some of you might be thinking that, we do not have access to all the articles. But whenever you go and search on Science Direct, you can still see the abstracts. You can still see the articles, right? And all those will be listed here. Even if you don't have access to any platform, you can still copy the references directly to Mendeley. And that can save you a lot of time. So by simply here, all these articles are available. If you have the PDF, it will show a PDF icon, which means the PDF is available. If you want to cite the web page, go to the bottom of this link and the web page link is also mentioned. How you can, so some of you may ask, how do I cite a web page? The web page can be cited again using this particular icon. So click on any article that you wish to send to Mendeley, right? If you want to copy the PDF, fine. If you don't want to save the PDF, remove this icon and simply say add. Once you click on add, this particular reference goes directly to your Mendeley software. And when you go to Mendeley, you click on recently added, and then you click on sync, right? So right now it is showing some error, but when you click on sync, it will actually sync that article, and that article will appear here. Now, once it appears here, you can actually save it to any folder you wish to, right? And then it will make sure that your article is saved in the correct folder, right, for you to cite them, right? So now what we see, we have now created the library. We have downloaded all the articles from various sources possible, done annotations. Now what? Now my main motto is to create citations and make bibliographies automatically. So for that, I open a Word file, right? And in this Word file, now this method of citations and bibliography on Mendeley is called cite while you write. So basically, you know, while you are writing your research article, you can actually cite your articles accordingly. You don't need to remember which were the which were the references that I needed to cite in number 1, number 2, number 3, and you make a folder, and when you label it with 1, 2, 3, 4, you don't need to do all that. All you need to do is make sure all the references are on the Mendeley software. And now you start writing your research article, and now you want to insert one citation here. So what do? You go to references here on top, right? And under references, you see a tab which says Mendeley Cite-O-Matic. This is the Mendeley Word plugin, MS Word plugin. So now just follow the instructions that are given here. Your cursor is where you want to insert the citation. You click on insert citation. Now you click on go to Mendeley, and then on Mendeley, you know where your research article is because you have arranged them in folders. So you click on your research article, and then you say cite. So you see this option here which says cite, click cite. So your article is now cited. Which format is this? Looks like APA, but we will just do a quick confirmation. Yes, so this is APA 6th edition that we are currently using. I can change this to any format that I want. So I can change this to IEEE. So it changes to IEEE, right? I continue writing. Now I wish to add 2 citations together. So I go to insert citation, go to Mendeley, click on both the citations that I want to add, and I say cite. So both the citations are added and merged. Right now, this is IEEE format. If I change it to APA 6th edition, it changes to APA 6th edition. So you do not need to worry anytime. Now I want to add page number. So adding page number is very simple. Wherever you want to add page number, in whichever citation, you click on that citation, and this insert citation now becomes edit citation. So you click on edit citation, you click on the citation you want to edit, and then from this drop down here, you can choose anything that you want to insert. So let's say I want to insert page number 2. So I click here and I say, okay, and page number 2 is added. Similarly, you can create as many citations as you want on using Mendeley platform. Once you are done, you put your cursor where you want to insert your bibliography. Your cursor should be where you want to insert your bibliography, and then you click on insert bibliography in this tab. As soon as you click, the entire bibliography is created. So you need not write the entire bibliography by hand. I can simply change this to any format now. I can change it to IEEE. It changes to IEEE. Now, you might be wondering that there are only few citation styles that are available here. Only 10. So these 10 are the most used by me. Similarly, when you do a research and when you start using this, the 10 most used by you will start appearing on your page. If you want to change the citation style, Mendeley has a library of more than 7,500 citation styles. 7,500. All citation styles from all journals are already covered. So all you need to do is click on more styles. First, check under installed list if your name of the citation style is available or not. If not available, go to get more styles and just start typing the name of the journal, and your journal will start appearing here. And then whichever style you want to use, you click here and you click on install. It will immediately come under installed list, and from this particular list you can choose that particular style and say use this style, and done. And see, the entire thing now turns to nature. So similarly, you can play around with this particular, this particular platform and change your citation styles anywhere. Now I want to show you something really interesting. Let's say you have created your bibliography and you have made 100 citations. It is arranged as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on. Now, when you do a review or a revision, you realize that, okay, I have to delete citation number 1. What happens when I delete citation number 1? 2 becomes 1, 3 becomes 2. So I have to change it here also, and here also, if you do it manually. If you do it through Mendeley, all you need to do is delete this citation, okay, backspace twice, you delete this citation and you click on refresh. And you will see this numbering will change. 2 will become 1, 3 will become 2 automatically, right? So this is how Mendeley is so useful. And then you can also, you want to insert a different citation anywhere else, right? Even before or after, you can insert any citation anywhere, and the citation numbering will be adjusted accordingly. Now there is also a unique feature on Mendeley. If you go to more styles, let's say you are collaborating with someone in, you are writing in an Urdu journal or an Arabic journal, and you want to use a different language for your citation style. So languages are present here. All the language, around 140 languages are present. You can choose from these languages here and change your citation style language accordingly. So that is also possible on Mendeley. So there is a lot for you to explore on Mendeley and learn new things. We will share the details about Mendeley and how to use Mendeley and how to install Mendeley once we share the recordings of today's session along with the PPT of the session today. So very quickly, I would just quickly go on to the last section, just 2 more slides that we want to show you, right? Just give me 1 minute. Right. So what we wish to end this session with is by encouraging you to promote your own research article. See, once you have written your article, your job does not end there. Your article must reach out to the relevant audience in order to ensure proper visibility of your article, proper discoverability. The more people read your article, the more it is spread, there are more chances for you to get citations. There are a lot of platforms available where you can do this for free, like Twitter, Facebook, Google Scholar, LinkedIn, Mendeley, ResearchGate, Academia. Use as many platforms as possible. Try and spread information about your research. And we all know that there is a lot of published data that is available now, and it makes very difficult for the target audience to find the appropriate research, just like you. And promoting your research has therefore become very important. And this is how you can actually promote your research. My last slide, which says, to help you save time and achieve your objectives as you continue to work from home, we have launched the free Elsevier Researcher Academy. Now, this is an e-learning platform which is completely free of cost. Anyone can register on this website for free and take up e-learning modules that are certificate courses. So examples of a few certificate courses are already mentioned. There is a certified peer reviewer course. There is a course on finding the right journal, a course on book writing, writing skills, publication ethics, fundamentals of manuscript preparation, and much more, right? So let me give you an example. Under book writing, there is a topic which says converting your thesis into a book or converting your thesis into a research article. These type of courses are available, which can really improve your knowledge on publishing. I see a lot of questions being asked on how do I do this? How do I write this? How do I save myself from plagiarism, or how do I follow ethics? All these questions can be answered by taking simple e-learning courses for free and then getting rewarded by certificates through this platform, which is called Elsevier Researcher Academy. So do visit this platform and try and explore the new, the options that are available. So to end my session, I must say that you have been a very interactive audience, and we welcome feedback and suggestions from our researchers on how we can support you further at this challenging time. Elsevier remains committed to working together with the research community of Pakistan and HEC Pakistan to improve the value we deliver to researchers, research leaders, librarians, funders, and healthcare professionals. Remarkable progress has been made thanks to dedicated researchers and health professionals, each contributing to a global community. At Elsevier, we feel privileged to serve this community by combining advanced technology with reliable information to deliver insights. We create tools that put users in control, helping you work faster, manage complexity, and free up time to focus on your goals and improve outcomes. It is our goal to accelerate progress through innovation in partnership with the communities we serve and to play our part in building a better future for research, health, and people everywhere. Elsevier leads over other publishers in terms of relative impact and share in top cited articles worldwide. Elsevier is thus empowering knowledge. With this, I would like to thank you for being such a interactive audience. I'll try and see if there are any questions. Tessin, did you manage to note down a few questions that we could answer?
Yes, actually, there are quite a few, and I was just looking, we're almost at the end of time. So maybe some of them which came across quite a bit was, how is Mendeley different from Zotero or from EndNote? Maybe a quick summary on that, please.
Right. Okay. So first of all, Zotero is a free platform. Mendeley is also a free platform. EndNote is not a free platform. So EndNote has two versions. One is a free version and one is a paid version. So the paid version is the one that you can actually compare with the Mendeley free version. However, the major difference that you can see is, first of all, the Mendeley software does not require internet. It is you can work offline with it. On EndNote, in the paid version, you have this facility, but in the free version, you need to have internet connectivity, right? Secondly, when you mention EndNote and Zotero, these are exclusively reference managers. Using Mendeley, you can access funding information, you can find jobs, you can get access to research data and data sets, you can do annotation, you can share your research in groups. So Mendeley is not only a reference manager, it is much more than just being a reference manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question which came up quite a bit was, if you have extracted data from EndNote, do we need to manually, cite, put in the citations again through Mendeley?
So the thing is, if you have a library created on EndNote, all you need to do is go to export option in Web of Science or in EndNote, export the entire library in .xml format. It is available there, right? That will be a shortcut on your screen, on your desktop screen. Then you just need to drag and drop this shortcut on Mendeley. Your entire library from EndNote will be copied to Mendeley. And then you can simply use your Word file and do the citations as I demonstrated during the demo, and good to go.
Yeah. And I think there were quite a few questions on this as well, that, if there is a bibliographic style that is not present in the list, can we create one of our own, or can we, put in something new over there?
So first of all, there are, as I said, there are more than 7,500 citation styles, which also include local styles established by universities and institutes for their own students and thesis. Yes, you can, edit a different style. It can be done through the CSL editor, citation style editor. It is a third-party platform which is linked to Mendeley. You can always go to CSL editor, create a profile, create a format there, and then link it. It is automatically linked to Mendeley, and then you can start using that particular format. if you go to the section where I was showing get more styles, you will see that a lot of universities name were mentioned, and along with it, the original style was mentioned. For example, there was a style named Harvard, which was connected to Connecticut University, something like that. So they have a local version of the Harvard for their own university as well. So you can do similar things through the CSL editor. Uh, Also, a lot of times you do not know the name of the citation style. The format is there. You probably do not know the name of the citation style. Most of the times it is mentioned under guide for authors in the journal homepage. If it is not mentioned, you can write an email to the editor and the editor can get back to you with the name as per Mendeley, right? If that is still not possible, then you can go on CSL editor and create a new style for yourself.
And maybe one last question. We've run over time a little bit. Is Mendeley compatible with all versions of MS Word?
No. So Mendeley is only compatible after MS Word 2010. I think all versions after MS Word 2010. The MS Word 2019 module has some issues with Mendeley, right? So what happens is that we have come up with a new beta version of Mendeley site, which is a new way of using Mendeley. So currently that is being tested with 2019, right? But all other versions Mendeley is completely compatible with. It also works with the iOS. It also works there. Plus, Mendeley also has mobile applications, so you can download it on Android mobiles as well as your iPhones through the. It is available on the Play Store as well as on the App Store on iOS. So that actually enables you to carry your library while you go and read articles on your mobiles as well, right? Yeah.
Okay. So maybe one last question. I just keep seeing questions and I'm like, let's just take
Sure.
them.
Sure.
So does Mendeley give a reference tab to PowerPoint as well? Because this is a feature which is not in EndNote.
No, so it is not available. It is only compatible with Word because people use Word to write research articles, right? So, however, we'll take this suggestion, we'll put it to the product team. Let's say what they say, but right now it is only available for incompatible with Microsoft Word.